Last night I played my first game of Warfighter Vietnam, and I want to talk about what I learned. At first I thought I was doing everything wrong. I was a little confused by these first enemy cards I encountered. Um, they had no attack values. It's like the game's broken. I don't understand how this is supposed to work. Later cards, pretty much all of them had attack values, so it went back to kind of what I was used to. The other thing is because they have these stats on both sides, you can kind of see what's coming and see if you're going to get a reinforcement. You also put event cards in this deck, so they will sometimes obscure what's coming next. Even seeing this side, you don't really know what you're going to get. Some of these cards that have no attack values could be unarmed farmers, civilians. I think the rulebook even says sometimes they're allied soldiers that once you reveal them kind of join your squad. The other thing that's important to look at is they often have very specific placement instructions on where they go relative to soldiers and targeting instructions. Like this one targets the highest RP, some target the lowest RP, others the soldier farthest forward or backwards. In general, there's a lot less drawing a chit out of the cup to see who's going to be targeted. These guys were a little smarter, made decisions on their own, less random. Then the question comes up, what about body count? How important is that? How does it fit in? Your mission will often give a body count number. Then you've got your objective. It'll tell you what you need to do. Here you have to search to find the command post. Enemies in this area make that search harder. But even if you complete this and your body count isn't high enough, you still fail. So it's a second objective you have to balance out. Without this, the way these enemies work is they attack first, and then they're going to fade. So most times they'd kind of appear, attack you, and then disappear. Unless you do something actively to make them, to engage them, they're going to fade away. There's some cool thematic stuff. One enemy, I think, was going to fade away if my soldiers had grenades or anything with penetration value. Some cool thematic stuff there. Another thing I'd see being interesting about the body count is if you're on a stealth mission, maybe there's no body count objective. So enemies tend to fade away. You're happy to let them fade away because you're trying to sneak around. You're not worried about getting kills. So overall, I think this worked really well. It felt very different from the previous ones. And I'm excited to see more.